What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And today we're back with some more Pirate Rumble action, and in this video today, we are going to be going ahead and running through a little bit of a different team. Something else that you guys probably weren't expecting to see, but we're going to be using a strength-based team today. Now, I know that because of the release of Ace versus Akainu, many people would have expected to see a driven, quick team, and do not worry, there is going to be a video or videos coming out in the future for that particular team. But in this video today, we're going to be going ahead and just having a look and just seeing what the strength team is capable of doing. Now, this team is not completely 100% going to be using strength characters. We want to run some other units as well. As we can see, we have Whitebeard and we have Kaido on the bench, some hard-hitting units that can come on late game and do a lot of damage. But as for the main team here, we've got a lot of characters that are strength-based that are actually relatively recent characters, right? We've got Kaido as a bench unit, but we've also got the brand new Law character that released in Pirate Rumble, as well as the Ace unit, the Versus Ace unit. This Versus Ace unit is actually pretty good on paper, right? Passive of strength and strength teammate, should I say, get level 5 attack, level 3 defense, and for the first 40 seconds, you get an additional level 5 attack for himself, which is great. And a special ability at a 25 countdown gives himself a level 7 attack up. 2 times attack is dealt as damage, and if he has 60% or below HP, he does another 2 times attack damage on top of that. So, you know, he has the potential to output a lot of damage. And then this Law character is another really good combination unit with a passive that gives your strength characters level 5 health, level 3 defense, which is great. And for the first 40 seconds, your slasher characters get a boost, which is why we are partnering him up with Odin and Sweet Commanders, for example. He's got a great special as well. It does some pretty serious damage. He does some buffing for your strength units. The Sweet Commanders have a good passive and a great special ability for your strength units. We've got Sanji, who has a great passive and special for our strength team. And then Odin, he doesn't really work with the whole team. He only really works with the slashers, but because he is so good and he is a strength unit and he is a slasher unit and there is actually synergy between the rest of the units, I decided to put him on here anyway. And we've got Kaku on the bench, who's another really solid strength unit, another strength Pirate Rumble unit, as well as Whitebeard, and then Kaido on the bench. So we'll see how it all goes today. I'm not expecting to get like a crazy W against a really hard-hitting, high-power, high-tier team, but I just want to see how it performs against some of the more common teams that you'll probably be experiencing in Pirate Rumble these days. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright, so the first match is going to be probably one of the more typical teams you're going to be seeing. We have Dofi, Queen, Tesoro, Kaido, and Akainu. Like, this is a scary looking team, and typically this is not a team that you want to be going up against. But let's see how he performed today. Now, Tesoro is the scary one because Tesoro does give a lot of CT reduction to his team. So, you know, because of that, that could be a little bit annoying to deal with. We do have some CT reduction on our team. The Pirate Rumble Sanji that we have does give us some CT reduction for our strength team. I believe Odin does for slashes as well. I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, you guys will be seeing. Let's see what we have here. I mean, you can already see in terms of attack power, we're looking quite good. We don't have a crazy amount of HP or a crazy amount of defense. As you can see with their team, lots of HP, lots of defense, lots of speed, lots of attack, and this is why the quick-based and driven-based team are considered to be some of the best teams in Pirate Rumble right now. So it's going to be interesting who's going to be able to launch their specials first. Law looks like he's going to be going off first, and how much damage we're doing. Not too much there. You can see the damage reduction coming in from Akainu and also the Kaido as well. Ace already going in for some attacks, which is good to see. Again, they're just blocking that damage, and now we're about to get absolutely onslaughted by a lot of damage from their side of the field. Akainu is also going to do a lot of damage to us. You can see he does a health cut, and because we have strength characters, Akainu just absolutely destroys strength characters. So if you are running a strength-based team in Pirate Rumble, you want to avoid versus Akainu because he is just super annoying to deal with. And as you can see, you got Kaido coming in, and this is just to show you guys what not to do with a strength-based team in Pirate Rumble. Absolutely destroyed against the 5-man team. Do not versus Akainu in Pirate Rumble with a strength team. You're asking for trouble. And, like, there's literally nothing we can do at this point. Like, even if Kaido does able to launch his special, like, it's just over. Like, we just can't do anything. But anyways, you know, this is just showing you guys the power of the quick team. And we're about to get hit again. And we do survive somehow. Dofi's going to kill us here for sure. And there you go. So, in conclusion, do not challenge versus Akainu. As I said, that is you're just asking for trouble. So maybe, just maybe, we will be able to find a little bit more of a team that we should be able to take on with the strength team. So at least, hey, look, we're establishing a base here. We can see what this team can and can't do. Okay, let's jump into a Dex defense team and see how our strength team is able to perform against this. Now, this doesn't look like the most optimal Dex defense team out there that I've seen. I mean, I do see Cavendish, Rayleigh, I see the Kid, and I also see Sobermask. Those are all pretty typical Dex defense team units, you know, but we don't see other characters that you might normally see, such as like Corazon, for example, or like even like the free-to-play Hiyori that came out recently is actually pretty good. Treasure Map, Komurasaki is pretty good. 6+ Nami, for example. I mean, I'm not saying that like the Frankie and the Kung Fu Luffy are not good units. They do kind of work. They serve their purpose, but I guess we'll see how we perform today. Stat-wise, they do look kind of annoying to deal with that defense and the HP, and plus when Rayleigh falls below that health threshold, he's going to give them even more defense, so that will be annoying to take down, but let's see how we're able to do today. We got Law coming in with the first attack of the battle, which is great. Unfortunately, Odin just missed out on launching his special ability, but that's actually not too bad. You know, it's typically better if all of your characters launch their specials first and then you get Sweet Commanders to go, because they have really good CT reduction for our team. But you saw that versus Ace there coming in with some pretty good damage output against the enemy there, which is nice. And remember, as we said, if Ace falls below 60% health, he's going to be doing 2 times his attack twice, which is so good. So we have the provoke coming in from Frankie, but that's not really going to be hurting us too much here. We have Kid doing some damage, but again, it only is targeting Law. So we're looking pretty good right now. I'm not really too worried at this point in time. He's only targeting a couple of characters at a time, not really hitting our hard hitters, but Odin's about to come in with some good damage. Let's see how much damage he can do. Unfortunately, only targeting Kung Fu Luffy, but he does get the KO against him, which is good. Rayleigh coming in with his fixed damage and also buffing his side of the field with some attack and defense. Sobermask, it will start to get a little bit more challenging to deal with because he does do a lot of damage once the timer has kind of progressed, but we do get an amazing wave clear there from that Law. We got the Sweet Commanders coming in with some more CT reduction and damage, and Ace actually might get the full KO here. Let's see. Boom, there it is. Versus Ace coming in with the final blow against the Dex team. So as I said, probably wasn't the most optimal Dex team that we could probably go up against, but still a pretty impressive showing you guys how much damage this team can output. I mean, in terms of offense, the strength team is good, but defensive-wise, if they can't get those KOs, if the enemy's team is too defensive, or if they've got some really good healers and those healers do not die, this team may struggle against them depending on the offense of the opponent. But let's see, go ahead and just jump into another team for the final battle of the video. Now, I'm honestly genuinely curious to see how this team is going to be performing against one of the OGs, the OG slasher team, because we have a couple of slashers of our own. We've got our own Odin, of course. You got Whitebeard chilling in the back. Man, this could be a very devastating team, because in terms of CT reduction, I'm pretty sure that this team is going to have us beat. But we'll see how we kind of go here, because in terms of CT, how much do they actually have going on? We don't have too much. They got 15 CT up. Yeah, I mean, so they're going to be launching their specials a lot quicker than us. So if we're able to tank pretty well, I'll be kind of confident in getting the W here. But it all depends on who's attacking first. And I would probably assume at this point that the enemy is going to be getting their specials off first, which, as we see with Kizaru, who does not too much damage. It is a little bit of damage, though. It is a little bit worrying. Odin already coming in with his damage output, which is kind of annoying. Ace taking a lot of damage. So as soon as Ace comes in, as long as he doesn't die, he's going to be hitting very hard right here. Our Odin is ready to go as well, although I think that when Law does his special, that's probably going to kill us. Kizaru does get KO'd, which is great. I really hope that Law doesn't attack Ace. I think he will. He does unfortunately get KO'd, dude. Oh, that would have been so good to get the wave clear with that Ace there. But he brings in his Whitebeard, though, so Whitebeard could do a lot of damage, so we got to worry about him. Really good damage coming in from Law there. Look at our attack power, 27, and then Odin's on 34. He's going to die, though. No, he just survives. We do have Sweet Commanders ready, though, so I'm really looking forward to when they come in. We've got good damage coming in from Kaku, which does actually get the KO against Doof. We've got our own Whitebeard coming in now, so we've got to wait for that Whitebeard to charge. We've got the Sweet Commanders doing very good damage there, plus we get the CT reduction. Despite our health being so low, we've got a lot of characters still to go. Sanji's going to be using his special in just a moment. Odin does get the KO with the normal attack, though, which is really nice to see. So, again, this is kind of like a pseudo-slasher team in a way, because the slasher team, we all kind of know how it performs at this point. Very high offense, very fast in terms of CT, and it tries to launch their specials and just outpace the opponent, like out-damage the opponent before they can do anything to you. That's pretty typical of the slasher teams, and it seems like the strength team at the moment, the best strength units that you can use at the moment, are very similar in nature. They have that type of way of being not very good in the defensive department, but in terms of pure offense, they are very strong, and I think that this team has potential, but I think that because of how good the slashers have already been, I feel like if you're going to be running a team that's of that nature, you're better off just using the full slasher team anyway. I feel like it's probably a little bit more consistent. Plus, you have debuffers with Roger, for example, which, I mean, Roger could probably fit on this team no problem because he is a rainbow unit technically, but I guess it depends on the situation that you're in. But honestly speaking, I do not think this is like the most top tier team in the game, but it's still fun to use, right? It's still fun to use this brand new Rumble lore, fun to use this brand new versus Ace in PvP, who I think is actually really good. And, you know, who knows, right? We might get some really powerful strength units a little bit down the line in One Piece Treasure Cruise that could make them a lot better in Pirate Rumble, because currently they're not very good defensively, and that's the big issue that they have, because once their big hitters go down, they have nothing really going for them. Very similar to the Slasher team. But look out for more Pirate Rumble videos coming in the future, especially with versus Akainu. I want to make some videos with him because he looks absolutely insane with some of the other characters that we have access to right now. That is going to end this video today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to go ahead and hit the like button. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.